Tonight, the fight to redraw the political map in Texas is escalating.
We're never giving up, and we're never bending the knee. Are you with me?
With a rally against the state's redistricting push and 4 Democrats who fled the state to stop it.
We can't do it without you. I know your hearts are with us.
Texas Democrats on the run, appearing virtually as they try to block their Republican colleagues from creating 5 new GOP congressional seats.
A few moments later.
Democrats just announced plans to end their walkout and come back to Austin. House Democrats left to deny Republicans a quorum, which has delayed any voting on redistricting. They released a statement saying they'll return to Texas on 2 conditions. The legislature ends its first special session, which is already set to happen tomorrow, and state lawmakers in California introduced a proposal to offset the 5 congressional seats Republicans would add in Texas.
And if you didn't want to fight, then goddamn it leave. Let somebody else in that position. Because what we are talking about is a battle that's generational. What we are talking about right now, go to my iPad, the United States Supreme Court is going to reconsider the congressional district in Louisiana, and they literally are going to rule against race-based congressional districts. And I need all of y'all to understand that what is on the ballot is they could wipe out with one goddamn ruling more than 30 black congressional seats. That means right now the Congressional Black Caucus is the largest caucus in the United States Congress, and this Supreme Court could literally wipe out half of the damn Congressional Black Caucus.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we got to talk about this epic meltdown, courtesy of Roly-Poly-Oly Martin, okay, who is really upset with Texas Democrats for folding to President Trump and the GOP on this battle against redistricting the state of Texas, okay? These Democrats, they ran to Illinois in protest in order to stop Republicans from moving forward with redistricting, and now they're coming back, right? Because this is stupid, right? Everybody knows this is stupid. It is not a good look for Democrats to be running away from their battles, right? I mean, it just looks weak, okay? But you have some people who think that, no, this is exactly what Democrats should be doing, right? You know, being agents of chaos. Roland Martin is one of these individuals because apparently he believes that this redistricting effort from Republicans, okay, what they're trying to do is ultimately going to end up pushing this country into Jim Crow 2.0, right? That black districts across the country are going to be wiped out, okay, because of what Republicans are doing. And I find this rant to be just absolutely hilarious. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
Texas has more eligible black voters than any state in America. Texas is an unorganized state. It is a state that's not been mobilized. And what I'm saying to black people, if any black member allows them to have a quorum, you primary them and you take them out. But then what you do is you absolutely take out Ken Paxton or John Cornyn for United States Senate. And then what you do is you take out, in 2028,
that's right,
you take out Abbott. You spend the next 3 years mobilizing that state and telling folk, y'all still want to live underneath this here? You mobilize young women to say,
right,
do you see how many women in Texas are dying because of these anti-abortionists, literally dying because they're being denied services when they have complications from pregnancy?
Again, I wonder, is there any concern about all of the black children that are dying as a result of abortion, right? Do these people ever care about the fact that, black people as a whole, our population is not growing due to the fact that we're aborting all of our children? It's so funny. These black power people have no idea about how to actually accumulate power, right? Power, okay, is in population, okay, to a certain extent. And for these people who, again, claim that they're trying to get power, right, or supposed to be pro-black power, they're really bad at going about getting it because they're more loyal to Democrat power than to actual black power. And that is actually what the takeaway will be from this rant here from Roland Martin. But again, the shirt says unbought and unbossed, except by Democrats and Kamala Harris. Okay, definitely bought by Kamala Harris. We know that for a fact. Okay, so again, the shirt is not true.
Do y'all understand that I have a niece who is due? My oldest niece, my grandparents' oldest grandchild, who is due in November? I'm fucking scared to death because these assholes, if anything happens with her pregnancy, because of these assholes, she may not get the proper care because of the laws that they have established. See, to Greg's point, to a lot of folk, the shit ain't real till it get personal. And so earlier today, I was sitting in the chat and some folks were like, man, Roland, I understand, but you want the folks to do this here and do that here, but a lot of us are comfortable. I said, well, God damn it, I ain't comfortable. I said, because I pay the taxes on a house in Dallas County that my parents live in. And when I go home,
Yes.
and I've got family reunions, and when I sit here, and again, 9 nieces, 4 nephews, when I look at family members who are all in Texas, God damn it, that's blood, sweat that's in that fucking soil. And when I look at people today,
Yes.
give up this easy, when I look at people today, and you tell me that you ran for office to stand and fight for folk, and all you could do is last for 2 weeks, and when I hear Synfronia Thompson, who's a running buddy of mama grandmother, who says, you ain't gonna look for me, I will show you the map to come to my house. Don't tell me you're gonna walk back willingly to the state capitol. Don't tell me you're gonna sit here and say, well, we're gonna go over there and we fight. No, you're not. And if you didn't wanna fight, then goddamn it leave. Let somebody else in that position. Because what we are talking about is a battle that's generational.
Generational.
What we are talking about right now, go to my iPad, the United States Supreme Court is going to reconsider the congressional district in Louisiana, and they literally are going to rule against race-based congressional districts. And I need all of y'all to understand that what is on the ballot is they could wipe out with one goddamn ruling more than 30 black congressional seats. That means right now the Congressional Black Caucus is the largest caucus in the United States Congress, and this Supreme Court could literally wipe out half of the damn Congressional Black Caucus.
Wow. Wow. Now, let's break down what he's actually saying, okay? Because he's not saying what he's leading his audience to believe he's saying, which is that he's concerned about these so-called black districts, which, by the way, right, he's openly advocating for race-based districts. I want you guys to understand, Roland Martin, what these liberals are advocating for, they're openly saying, yeah, we want districts drawn based off race. We want to keep, quote-unquote, black districts, right? Now, if Republicans come out and say, okay, well, we want white districts, right? We want to draw our districts in ways that beneficial to white people. Do you think these people will be okay with that? Right? We want to preserve white power in Congress, right? Do you think that Roland Martin or any of these black liberals, any of these liberals, really, do you think these people would be okay with that? No. But for whatever reason, it's totally fine. It's totally okay to openly advocate for race-based districting in order to preserve race-based power. Fascinating, right? Absolutely fascinating. But see, here's the kicker. This is not really about race, right? This is about Democrat power and control, right? It's not about, oh, they're going to lose all these black districts. These districts are Democrats, right? They're all Democrats. He's not concerned about any black Republican that could potentially lose their seat. He's not concerned about that. In fact, he would cheer that on. He'd be totally fine with that. Because again, it's not really about race. It's about Democrats, okay? What he's concerned about is that Democrats are going to be losing their seats. The black thing is what they use in order to get the low IQ people to get on board with. Oh, they're attacking blacks. No. They're attacking Democrats, right? That's what they really have a problem with, right? So again, you know, I wonder what is the end game, right? Like, what end game does Roland want these Democrats do? They're not going to be able to stop what's happening, right? They can sit out indefinitely, right? They can try, but it's going to cost them more politically than what they're going to gain from it. They're not going to gain anything from it. They don't have a leg to stand on. So this is why they're now saying, well, we're requiring for California to move forward with redistricting, right? They're going to basically say, hey, we want the California Democrats to do the dirty work because we're too afraid, because that's a part of the quote-unquote agreement, right, for them to come back, for them to allow it to happen, is, well, California needs to move forward with gerrymandering their state. So that's what they're doing. I mean, they know they're powerless. They're helpless. So, again, this is why, again, they're deferring to other Democrats, right, in order to try to get the job done. But there was no scenario in which they were going to stop the Republicans from moving forward with this. It just wasn't going to happen.
So don't tell me you're being too emotional. Don't tell me it doesn't matter. Right now, they're looking to wipe out Congressman Cleaver in Missouri.
Right?
They're looking to wipe out Congresswoman Sykes in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
They've already wiped out a black seat in Florida.
Facts.
I've told y'all repeatedly that they want to defund black America. They want to take everything economically, everything politically, academics, business. They want Jim Crow 2.0 to return. And what you had better understand is read a goddamn history book.
You know what's so hilarious about this, bruh? You know what's so funny about this? None of this stuff is true, by the way, right? This is all an exaggeration. But these people really think black people got so much that the white man is obsessed with just taking everything that black people got. Taking everything that black people got. White people so obsessed. They want everything that black people got. Like they try to act like black people got so much. At the same time, they'll tell you black people don't got nothing in this country, right? They'll say that, and then they'll tell you, well, the white man, they want to take everything that black people got. Well, black people don't got nothing, right? Then why do you think that the white man is obsessed with taking something that you don't have, right? What do you have so much of that the white man wants? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What political power? Let's be real. What political power do black people have that Republicans should be worried about? Because Republicans are not dependent on black voters to win. That's not how they win elections. Now, Democrats are dependent on black voters, right? They're dependent on that, right? And if black voters don't show up, then, yeah, Democrats lose. Republicans are not dependent on black people like that, right? Democrats are dependent on black people, so there's a difference. But, again, what you have here is roly-poly trying to do what the Democrats pay him to do, right? Which is to rally up everybody on the plantation and to get them to try to start attacking Republicans and going after Republicans because Democrats, their power and control is being threatened, okay? And Roland's job is to frame this as an attack on black folks, even though it's not an attack on black people, okay? It's not an attack on black folks, okay? It's an attack on the Democrats. but you got to frame it as an attack on black people. Oh, they're bringing back Jim Crow 2.0. They want to take away everything from us. Everything that we have, right? They're taking it away. They're attacking us. It's like, no. No, this is about going after Democrats. That's what it's really about. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's just so funny to me. There are people who will fall for this nonsense.
Because this is exactly what happened after the 1875 decision. This is exactly what happened after Plessy versus Ferguson, when they wiped out black representation in Congress. Go read the speech of that last black Republican who was from North Carolina. The reason the Congressional Black Caucus Phoenix Awards is called that because he said to them, you may wipe us out now, but we're going to rise like a phoenix. Every single one of y'all watching, y'all want to understand why I'm trying to tell y'all, stop sitting here debating this bullshit, LeBron and MJ, and we talk about dance and everything. These white nationalists literally are trying to wipe out every black advancement that we have seen, not since the Civil Rights Movement, but since Reconstruction.
replace black with Democrat. Okay, every time this man says something about what Republicans are trying to do, replace black with Democrat. That is what he really means, right? That's what he actually means. Republicans, they're trying to wipe out every Democrat advancement since Reconstruction. Yeah, that's exactly what they should be trying to do.
This is not a drill. This is reality. You had better understand, I'm not going to be silent while it happens. And if you are black, if you're unwilling to fight, if you ain't got the spirit of Shirley Chisholm, of being unbought and unbossed, well, get your ass out the way and let some folks in who are ready to do battle.
Wow. Tough guy, right? Roland Martin's real tough. He's ready to do battle on behalf of the Democrat Party, right? Claiming he's fighting for black people, but he's really just fighting for Democrats. Who believes this? Really? Does anybody really believe this, man? Does anybody really believe that we're going to go back to Jim Crow 2.0 because Republicans are redistricting, right? When these are the people who are actually advocating for Jim Crow, right? They're literally advocating for race-based redistricting, right? They want race-based districts. But Republicans though are implementing Jim Crow. These people are quite literally wanting to draw congressional lines based off race. You can't make this up. You can't make it up, man. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.